GK Nation, what's going down? What is going down? You know it's the great Gunny, the man with the golden mic, talking to you on the GPS. And we gonna navigate you through this, and I'm at the SpoCon, and I was up on the balcony just relaxing, chilling with the man, Dre Irvin, and I met some men and a woman who are down for some gaming. And I'm not talking about the board gaming because I ain't playing no D&D no more. I'm talking about the video games. I'm talking about back in the day when I used to have that little ColecoVision and in television that my cousin didn't want because he said 16 bits was stupid. Well, I had it and I loved it. And then I dropped off into my Commodore 64 and used to play Bruce Lee all day long until my dad told me to get off of it. But we gonna come here, and I got the Game Goblin.
Number one, legit.
And I got Darth Blasphemous.
Hail to the dark side.
And we are gonna talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. Superheroes in video games. And why do they suck so bad? So, Goblin.
Yes, sir.
And Blasphemous, tell us about yourself, where you come from, and then we'll get in to this conversation.
You want the long story or the short story?
Let's break it short because we're gonna be
Break it short.
Yeah.
All right. I was the poor kid in the poor neighborhood. Poor trash kid in the trailer park.
Okay.
I'm living the dream as a little kid, 12 years old.
All right.
Everybody else has an NES system. I got an Atari.
Okay.
That's where it all started.
And that's
Me
the best one.
playing tanks.
That one
Pong.
stick.
Pong does exist.
Pong.
Frogger.
Oh yeah, Frogger. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I had the paddles and everything.
Oh yeah.
That's where I started, and I've been a gamer ever since. Got my first SNES, had the wheel and deal to get the money for that.
Okay.
Bada boom, bada bing, it was mine.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
And what about you, Darth Blasphemous?
Oh man, it was pretty heady times for me growing up.
Okay.
Luckily, my uncles, who were only like 15 years older than me,
Right.
they bought game systems. They would play them, and they would have to babysit me, and that's how they got some of their money for those systems and games.
What?
So I got to play because they had to babysit me, and I wasn't
the
subcredit.
benefits of babysitting.
And then after that, I got all the hand-me-downs until they wanted them back.
Well, that's what's
where they
up.
gave them.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Y'all played Duck Hunt, right?
Oh yeah.
How many of you knew? Did y'all know that the person could control the duck with the other controller?
I did.
I did not.
So I found this out being a wise, how am I gonna say this? I was being a jerk to my brother and I was playing Duck Hunt and he wanted to play. So I just gave him the controller because I was like nothing was going on. And then I couldn't shoot because he was moving. Like he knew the ducks were, and that's how I found out. So we just wanted to go into there and get a little how could you say, a little comic relief. Now let's get down to these stupid video games with superheroes.
What are we talking about? Like N64 era where Superman destroyed everything for us?
We're talking about, okay, since you said Superman,
Okay.
please explain to me why we can't have a decent Superman game.
He's all powerful and there's no limits to his power, so once you jump into Superman, what you get is what you get. There's no character development, there's no power development. You start out, you're at power level 10, you're over 9,000 right when you turn that game on. What's Superman gonna do? He's just gonna fly around and win all the time. There's no challenge.
Well, if that's the case, then how come his comic books aren't like that?
Because his comic books are poorly written and they kill him off to make money.
I don't know about that. That comic, as much as I don't like Superman, he's written pretty well for someone who's all powerful and still has to lose.
Dr. Manhattan could just blink and he dies.
Well, we can get into Dr. Manhattan, but his powers aren't as powerful as it's read out to be. But that's why there's no Watchmen video game.
I think it's because there's no Watchmen video game because it would be rated AO.
No, because there's Wolverine video game.
Yeah, okay, you're winning, your show.
It's not about winning, this is about his man. I mean, there's Wolverine video, but okay, before we get into why they suck, what is your favorite comic book video game, superhero video game.
My favorite superhero video
Yeah,
game?
and don't give me the superhero game that wasn't written. I want a real superhero video game.
It was a real superhero. Okay, before the show, we were discussing this, and I mentioned that Saints Row 4 is the best.
Saints Row 4.
Saints Row 4 is the best superhero game never made.
Okay.
And that this is the game he does not want me to talk about.
Yeah, Saints Row 4.
Saints Row 4. And you know what? When it comes to superhero games, I'm going to have to go with the old Batman game on the Sega. It was a side-scroller Batman.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
But, man, you got to give me names, man. Now I got to
This was
Google
Batman
it.
Arkham back on Sega before he became Arkham Knight in the new school.
No,
It
man.
was the hardcore side-scroller, played a lot like, oh geez, now I forgot the name. Played a lot like Altered Beast.
Oh, I loved Altered Beast.
Yeah, Batman
man.
played a lot like Altered Beast, who had only a few weapons. It was Castlevania/Altered Beast wearing the bat cowl. What about
So
you?
you must be talking about the Batman game that was made from the Michael Keaton Batman movie.
No, there was one before that.
No, there was one before that.
If I remember correctly, there's one before that. Michael Keaton one was kind of like meh.
Yeah, it was me. That's why I was saying
Yeah.
like you was giving me that thing, and I'm like, man, I don't know about all that one. So, but all right, Darth. While I'm looking for his Batman game, you tell me. Now, before we go, are you talking Sega Genesis or Sega?
Sega Genesis.
All right, come on.
All right, so for me, superhero games were never really like the top of my list. Like I was all about like the Gargoyles video game when that came out.
Okay.
But I'd have to say the best one I played at all was Injustice, simply because when you got the DLC to get some of the bad guys and play
Right.
as them, it actually felt like a fight when you're going up against your buddies. Because when you ran computer, it just never wanted to fight you right. Like you could easily beat a bunch of them as Superman, Green Lantern, any of that, as long as you knew your combos. But if you start playing against your buddies, that's when it's like Mortal Kombat. They come out of left field with these
Right.
weird, janky combos at you, and it was a great game because it was more interactive. And they came out with a fighting stick.
Right.
Oh, fighting sticks for those for fighting games at all. That's why they call it.
Oh, that's
fighting stick.
awesome. Yeah.
And it got all super heroes on it. I like. It was great.
Injustice wasn't, man. And here's the thing with Injustice: the comic book that spawned from that video game is awesome. Me, on a personal level, man, I was partial to Arkham Asylum until that Spider-Man game came out.
Oh yeah.
And when that Spider-Man game came out, I never thought, because there was a Spider-Man game that I could never beat when he had to get away from Doc Ock's little spider bots that came after
The
him.
drones,
Yeah,
yeah.
you had to go up and then swing and then go to the left and swing and then go up, and then it was a mind killer. But this new Spider-Man, oh my gosh, man. This is something that I'm not proud of, but I kicked my wife out of the room and told the kids that they were punished so I could play my video game. I'm not proud of that, but that game is so good that I had to say, you know what, honey, I don't want to hear your mouth today. You got me this game, and I love it. And my son was in there, and I said, you're punished because you don't know how to be quiet. Now get out of the room. I know it's not a good thing, but that Spider-Man game, no, we are not going to talk about that game.
Actually, I just remembered one.
Oh my God.
Even better.
Oh my God.
I pulled up the screen cap.
I know you're not going to say you like that game.
Oh yeah, I love this game.
Oh my.
I love X-Men Destiny.
Ladies and gentlemen of the GK Nation, I am going to throw up all over the golden mic because X-Men Destiny has to be the worst game with mutants in it at all times. How are you gonna have me think I'm gonna be on the X-Men and I don't even get to be an X-Man?
Do it.
That is the worst thing to do to a child. You market the X-Men, put 3 little silhouettes on there, and then you end up being one of those silhouettes that don't even get any good powers.
Give in to your video game anger and your hatred. Strike me down and your X button
You
shall
have
be complete.
no idea. You don't want my...
Do it.
Okay.
Strike me down.
He
Make
is
your
about
journey
to make
complete.
me go into the dark
Wait.
side. Darth Blasphemy,
man.
please go before I
All right.
pull
If
out
you wanna
my
talk
gray
about-
Jedi robe and strike him down.
Oh, he mentioned
Oh,
great
careful.
Jedi's.
Yeah.
Oh no, they do not exist, sir. I have my lightsabers here.
I am a gray Jedi.
But if we want to talk about games
yes, let's
that
go.
were just absolutely ungodly to play,
Yes. Bring it out.
that
bring it
old
out.
Lion King game, I know everyone's been bringing it up lately, but dude,
See, you're making me relive hard history because I'm probably older than all of you, and my father bought me probably the worst game you could ever play. E.T. on the Atari 2600.
That's not a superhero game. Disallowed.
Neither is the Lion King. But
no, but I was trying to bring levity to it.
Levity.
no
Okay.
levity. You brought up a heart, something that hurt my heart, and then it spawned off something my father did to me by getting me a game.
Ooh, Spawn
that
is a
you-
heartbreaking game too.
Oh God! Oh, you're killing me over here. You're killing me, Spawn. But like I said, most daggone near all superhero video games just don't hit the mark.
They really don't, and it all has to be with how the story has to be told. And when we're doing a comic book or one of their movies or live action, it's definitely easier for them to portray it. But when you want to get into video games, you got to worry about, what engine you're running the physics of the game on. What kind of graphics can you pull? Can you really get someone's handheld system to do that? Their console system, their, $20,000 computer they built last year. Can we get that to work? And they really don't have that ability because they're not willing to put in the effort. You see some of these indie games.
Man, look, let me
and they
tell
have,
you
know,
something. You're not going to tell me that Sony and Microsoft don't have the ability to make a video game work.
Okay, it's not that they don't have the
Well,
ability.
Bethesda doesn't.
Yeah, they don't have the willingness to.
No. Bethesda has the ability. They just don't. Man, look, I am not a role-playing game outside of, well, that's my favorite. We won't go into that because we'll jump off topic. You're getting me all flustered because I hate these games you're talking
Give
about.
in your hatred.
But,
No.
I mean, you got the Lego games. Those are good games. The Lego superhero games.
I have not been able to have fun with those.
Oh, the Lego Batman game? You can't have fun with that?
I much prefer playing Arkham Asylum.
I actually like the Duplo superheroes. It's kind of like, the Duplo ones. It's kind of like GoBots versus Transformers kind of stuff. You remember the
But
GoBots?
they have the video game.
Yeah, well, no, but somebody will make it
Well,
eventually.
you're hurting my heart again
Oh, wait.
because you brought the GoBots out.
Wait, no, you want to know a good superhero game? City of Heroes.
City of Heroes was actually a decent game.
Whoa. No, whoa. I'm sorry here. Was a decent game?
Was.
Excuse me, it's still alive, and I am on the server right now
No.
playing a character. Oh,
No,
yes, I am.
It's dead.
It is not dead. I have a cert character right now
dead.
on the Liberty server.
Dead.
Not dead.
Man, it's
Check
dead as
out our
Freedom
YouTube,
Force.
and you can see my character, Prime
Dead-
Slime, running through
dead
Champion
as
City,
Freedom. Do you
saving
remember
the world.
Freedom Force?
Oh, God.
It's dead as Freedom Force. Let's put it down. You may try to resurrect it, but
I didn't resurrect it. The accident of the server leaking out to the public did.
See, there you go. It's dead.
No, it's still alive.
Linked
And Star
to
Wars
you.
Galaxies is still alive also. There are servers that
All
are
right.
open.
Look, I tell you what, we're gonna figure out a way to get this going, but I need y'all to tell us about y'all and what you do.
All right, I'll pick up on this one. We are the Blunt Force Gamers. That's Game Goblin, Darth Blasphemous, Hazarcan, and Moniker. 4 gamers with many special guests, anyone we really feel like talking to, or you can hit us up. You guys have our information now.
Yep.
But we talk about everything from D&D to, computer games to movies to music use with gaming of all kinds. You want to play Need for Speed, Gran Turismo, and you just turn off the audio for that and you turn on your own mix of CDs.
Yes.
What do you listen to? That's the stuff we love talking about.
Okay.
And we are unscripted, unprepared.
Y'all got some sites?
Yes, we do,
Hit me
sir.
up with our sites, man. We need them sites so the GPS and GK Nation can get to you.
I already gave your editor over there, who's laughing his butt off, our contact information, but I'll hand it to you as well.
All right, but tell our listeners.
You can find us right now. We are at BFG HQ, or what was it? Oh my God, we got a website. I forgot it. Yeah, we are.
BFGamersHQ.com.
Hey, you know, the microphone's not picking you up, and that's our email address, but you can find us by Googling Blunt Force Gamers. We have our own website that we just kicked up doing blogs for everything from roleplay to video games. And yeah, you might want to be an adult if you go there. I know this is a family show, but we're more for grown-ups. So we include things like coarse language and listener advisories.
All right.
We're on Podbean, just like you guys. We are on iTunes. You can just look up Blunt Force Gamers, and bam, there we are.
All right.
And we've got listeners all the way from here in Washington all the way out to Ireland. So
That's what's up.
Yeah,
Ireland.
I love them guys.
All right. That's
yeah,
what's up.
and-
Look at the leprechauns out there.
Just don't look for us on YouTube because we suck.
Oh no, now we're going to look at you on YouTube. Yeah, it's going to go on YouTube now. So, but I'm gonna tell you what, we're gonna wrap this up, and we're gonna find a way to get these guys back on because I'm loving this. But Ultimate Alliance, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, one of the greatest video games ever as a superhero. There's no debates. We're just gonna leave it at that. Also, since we're gonna talk about great video games, and I can make you mad a bit.
Well, actually,
that Star Wars game you were talking about.
You know, if we want to make anybody mad, I want to ask your editor for the audio transcript of this podcast. And when I do my YouTube mix-up between our two different groups, would it be okay if I use actual video current recorded here in 2019 from City of Villains and City of Heroes? Is that okay?
You can use what you want. It's dead.
No, it's not dead. There'll be photographic proof it's still
dead.
alive.
And as we're leaving out GK Nation, this is the Great Gunny on the GPS, signing out saying, Knights of the Old Republic, they need to remake it.
Word.
You are listening to
Diddle double double diddle
GPS.
double